Immersive Gamer 83. Thank you very much for stopping by for today's VR catch-up. Today I'd like to talk about some really interesting VR news. The first one that I'd like to mention is a company called Nimble VR and the acquisition of them by Oculus Rift. They were well on their way to a successful Kickstarter. In fact, they were 4 days short of actually reaching their end date, and they'd already pretty much doubled what they were asking for. The actual technology itself was a three-dimensional depth sensing infrared camera which strapped directly onto the front of the Oculus Rift DK2, and basically it was angled down so it could have full view of your hands and see exactly what they were doing, and it would incorporate basically a mirror image of what the camera was seeing, and it was actually putting it straight onto the screen. So you could see down, probably not a mirror image to be honest. But it's a direct capture of your hands, and they had some working demos where they were picking up cubes and putting them in glasses and tipping them out, and grabbing candles and then lighting other candles and carrying it around as a light source, cutting the way through locks, wiring up different bypasses and stuff like that, and it was really, really fascinating. I'll put a link to the Kickstarter that's just now been obviously cancelled, just so you can have a look at the technology. This makes me think about the newly announced Oculus Connect. Is this going to be part of the head-mounted display? Are they going to incorporate that directly into the device? You know, is that going to put the price up by a big amount as well? I mean, will there be two versions? Will there be one with or without? It raises a lot of questions, but it also raises one significant question: what are we going to be doing with regards to input for the new generation of the consumer version of Oculus Rift? I mean, will we be? Is the controller dead? Because at the minute, yeah, it's awesome the fact that you can actually reach around and interact with objects, you know, without any form of controller. But how are we going to navigate through these virtual worlds? I mean, is it going to be a standing position? Are we going to be forced into buying the Virtuix Omni, or similar technology that's available? Because I don't know how well the missus is going to take that if that gets ordered and I come home with the treadmill. I mean, yeah, she might like the fact that I'll be in great shape, but I don't really know if she's going to. If she's going to go for that, to be honest. I mean, I'd like to buy one in the future whenever they do come out. But I still think we're going to need some form of controller as well, and I don't know how the split's going to work between actually incorporating a controller along with actually, because if you can interact with objects, that's all well and good. But if you've picked up a gun, if you've picked up a pistol, and you've got your Oculus Rift on and you're carrying it around, that's great, but it's going to be really immersion breaking when you're actually not sensing that you're holding something in your hand. And at the minute, the thing that's worked for me really, really well is the Razer Hydra, which is not a perfect solution. It's been poorly supported, in development. It's got a bare few games. I can probably not even name 5 games that support with the Razer Hydra, to be fair. It was not really developed for, and it's a bit of a shame, really. But when I was playing Half-Life VR, I was actually holding something, and then I was looking down at my hands in the virtual world and feeling like I was actually holding whatever I was looking at. But that's not the solution either. I mean, the Sixth Sense are going to be incorporating technology called STEM, which is basically the Razer Hydra 2.0 that's been funded through Kickstarter as well, and is now a solo project of Sixth Sense, the brains behind it. So the main question that it raises, I mean, how are we going to be, actually turning 360 degrees? Are we going to be walking with our legs? Are we going to? But then what happens when we want to get in a car and drive in these open worlds like Grand Theft Auto? These open worlds are going to be awesome. They're going to be really immersive. You're going to feel like you're there. It's going to be amazing. But you know, keyboard and mouse certainly isn't the way to go. You know, we can't really see the keyboard and mouse when you're fully immersed in the with the headset on. Yeah, it just raises a lot of questions. I'd love to hear what you guys think about it, and I have to thank Greig. Well, I think that's how you pronounce your name, but he let me know about this Nimble VR in the comments. Also, just to add to the Oculus Rift acquired a company called 13th Lab. I think they're in a similar sort of environment to Nimble VR, and it looks as though the Oculus project is coming along really well at the moment, and Leap Motion must be pretty gutted that they weren't spoken to about it. But this tech does look as though it surpasses it in a lot of ways. The fact that the camera's angled down and it picks up tracking a lot better, so I'm really excited. Even like the XXX title was the. And the next thing I wanted to talk about was actually a couple of games that are coming out on the January the 27th. The first one is called Dying Light. You must have heard about it if you're into your gaming. Basically, massive open world, full of zombies and shit, and it involves free running, like parkour. It's like sort of like Mirror's Edge style sort of thing. Or if you've ever watched a French subtitle film called District 13, if those of you that have will know what I'm saying about that. Yeah, so that looks pretty fantastic. They've announced that they will be backing Oculus Rift as well, and whenever Oculus drops, they will be supporting it. I'm hoping there's going to be code ready to go for us DK2 owners, so we can just get on and you know, activate the code in the INI files or something like that, or even hopefully an option for development VR, or you know, something that's not officially supported but something, an option we can select in the game. That would be really nice to have a play around with that. Also, that is releasing on the same day as Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PC. That's January the 27th. I'm excited to see what happens with that. Is that going to come with some Alien Isolation sort of Oculus Rift implementation? With that, although Aliens was never really truly supported, it did support it. It left code, you know, there was code in there. Put 3 words in the INI files, boom, you've got your Oculus support, boot straight up, no problems at all. Probably some of the best VR around at the moment, and it wasn't actually announced as a VR title. It was dropped at the last minute. So fair play. I understand there was risks involved for Sega there. You know, they're not as big a company as they used to be. And yeah, all in all though, exciting times. I think Take-Two is the company that have basically said that they're interested in the technology, and yeah, why wouldn't they be? You know, like that's like that's the holy grail of VR, really, isn't it? A massive open world where you can just explore and just do pretty much anything you want in a sandbox. That'll be fantastic. I'm really hoping that there are just virtual reality servers, like, so even if Rockstar don't do it, the modders are going to do it. They'll get the SDK working with it. I know they will. I bet you maybe 2 weeks max, we'll have some sort of DK2 implementation, and it's going to be exciting times. And that will not be a beginner session for VR. I mean, can you imagine 4 stars on you going crazy, doing all sorts of mad shit to get away from the old bill? That'll be crazy. But yeah, if you've got your VR legs at the same time, it's going to be so good. Everything about it I'm excited about. I probably won't be playing a lot of online with people, because I'd like to play in peaceful servers, you know, where you're playing with your mates and it's not about everyone just killing you on sight. I'd like to actually just play around with some people that are going to be looking to, you know, do stuff together, and even just someone else that's actually got a VR headset. So if they do go about, you know, let's get on it, let's get a group together or something, and just let's have a go around and just with our DK2s, man, and just like play some online. That'd be awesome. Yeah, so all in all, if you guys enjoy this and you want to, if you want another catch up VR from me, I'm happy to upload it. It's the first one I've ever done. So if you enjoyed it, I'd love it if you smash that like. I'm going to be uploading some more gameplay footage soon, so stay tuned for that. If you have any kind of interest in VR and you want to see some more, subscribe, and you know, I'll definitely be uploading some videos soon. and I'll always subscribe back as well. Like, you know, I know he shouldn't do like for like or whatever, but yeah, it helps each other out, doesn't it? You know, and it really helps me out as well. So I'm really looking to, you know, I'm not looking for fame or fortune or anything. I'm just looking to carry on and getting the information out there to those that want to hear it. So yeah, as I say, I feel like I'm chatting on a bit now, but if you enjoyed this, I'd love it if you subscribed, share it, and if you want to hear more, then put it down in the comments, and I'll be happy to upload the next one shortly. Anyway, that's Immersive Gamer 83. Thanks for watching. Take care.